Hey there, folks. So this is gonna be a quick one. I just wanted to come on my back. Not that anybody really cares that much, but my back still really hurts. But it's getting better. And it's okay. So this is a good thing. I earlier today I got this wave of frustration about it. Because it's been several days now, and I really can't move around very well. Like even sitting right now, the way I'm sitting is causing a little bit of pain. But I got very frustrated like an hour or so ago, and I was just like, I'm done with this, come on! And of course I realized that is not a useful reaction, because it's gonna heal when it heals, right? And at least I can get my work done. Whereas if my back was perfect and I had gone out and maybe someone with COVID would have come into yoga and then I would have gotten COVID. So maybe it's a good thing, who knows, right? So I accept that my back is hurt and that it is keeping me from doing the things I want to do. But again, preferences, right? So what I did was I recognized that it was useless, and that was what my mind and my emotions were doing. So I didn't like get down on myself about it. I just recognized it, and then I was able to take myself out of it and just kind of watch it and be like, yeah, that's what it feels like to be frustrated. Yep, that's what it's like. Interesting. It's interesting, all these emotions rolling around and watching them. It is interesting, like the more you're able to. Anyway, also today was the Do Nothing Challenge, which was really kind of cool. I just spent a half an hour earlier in the day just lying down. I put it in my calendar, 30 minutes. I might do this again tomorrow, where you just lie there or you sit there or whatever you're doing, and you just notice what your mind is doing, and you know what I mean. You just notice. Like you look around at things and you don't label them. You just see shapes and colors and shadow and that sort of thing. But it was interesting to see how very often my mind went off. It was three big times, but it stayed off for a while. I was down the road in my thoughts, and then I was like, wait a second, no, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, and I came back. But it was good to really sit there and practice being aware. I think it's a good practice, and I think it's something I'm going to incorporate into everyday life. Maybe like for 15 minutes. It's not exactly meditation. It's not meditation. It's noticing. It's just doing nothing and noticing what's going on. And then the other thing, the original reason I wanted to come on here was to talk about. I have been doing the 12-week year. This is the second week, and I have been kind of overwhelming myself with tasks and trying to get things done. And I think that I'm going about it the wrong way. I think I'm taking I'm like way too detailed with the stuff that I've listed. There's a list of to-dos, but I think making it simpler and then rather than I get frustrated when I am unable to accomplish a task in the time that I think I should be able to accomplish it in. And I think it's just, maybe I'll try this week to get things accomplished. And rather than, it's just, I go all over the place. Like, I'm spending the time doing it, and then, I'm in the middle of doing something, and the time for doing it is up, but I'm in the middle of doing it, so do I continue doing it and finish the task, or do I go on to the next thing? And technically, with time blocking, I'm supposed to go on to the next thing. But I don't like that. If I'm in the groove, why would I get myself out of the groove? Like, I'm in the middle of this, my mind is absorbed in it, it's keeping track of different complicated things. Why would I stop? That just seems counterproductive to me. So maybe I will give myself like a task to accomplish and then do it until it's done, rather than spend. See, the problem then becomes like you spend a lot of time and you don't end up getting to some tasks. But if you'd spend a lot of time, yep. All right, let's just notice what was happening there. I see that's not even something that I normally acknowledge as, I don't know that I would call it stress, but it's just something I get into. I really do. I get into it, and I'm just interested in it. I have a passion for it. And is that necessarily, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I think that the point is just to be more aware of feelings and thoughts rather than just get caught up. So I think, I'm not sure whether doing the task, I think doing a task so it's done, but then if you split the tasks up and you spend time on this and this and this and this, so you're making a little progress everywhere, I feel like I don't get anything done. So that's something I'm struggling with. Not struggling, challenged by. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I think that I'm going to stop overwhelming myself because that is not helpful. I broke things down into more basic blocks, like write this chapter. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, like just because when you look at the things, when you look at things when they're too big and too far out, it's just overwhelming. So I'm resolved to break things down and keep my mind focused on what I'm doing, because when my mind isn't focused on what I'm doing, it goes to all the things I need to be doing, and that's just stressful and pointless. So I'm going to work tonight, but I mean, I'm going to bed on focusing on the task that I'm doing rather than being somewhat into the task I'm doing, but having this part of my brain over here doing other things, thinking about all the other things it has to do, because you know what? I'm not doing those other things. I will get to them, and all the thoughts I'm having right now about them, I can have when I'm doing that. Like, I know this stuff already, right? I know the stuff that I'm thinking. I know it. Why do I need to think about it? You know what I mean? It's just, the mind's on this track. It's on this track that's, it just keeps running, right? So a big point is to not pay attention to that. So that can go off and do its thing, because your mind's going to do what your mind's going to do, but then to focus on the task at hand. That is what the plan is. And so acceptance and focus. That's going to be the goal from now on. Just the intention for the time being. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I thought this was going to be shorter than it actually is, but it's not. So, in conclusion, I would say that I'm pretty grateful. Like, my back hurts, sure, and I can't do the thing, but I'm grateful that you know, maybe something worse would have happened if I were out and about. You know, at least I'm getting my work done, so I can be grateful for that. That, yeah, I'm not greatly happy about, you know, whatever with my back being injured, but I can work, and that's something I'm grateful for. And yeah, I'm gonna get stuff done, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything that I'm gonna get done tomorrow and over the next several months, and I am already grateful for everything, all the goals that I have set, as I know they're coming to me. So I'm grateful for that, which means everybody out there can always remember, well, let's start that sentence over. I would like you guys to always remember that you can always choose to have a grateful night.